London Reels. Way better idea. Sponsored by Xbrain. Every day I come into the studio, there's literally a million things to do. Whether it's booking a guest, taping a show, editing an episode, or trying to pitch that future sponsor. It's hard to know where to begin. So I took a tip from Martin Bjerregaard, our former guest, and I create a today list. It's not a to-do list, but it's those 3 things that you want to get done today. The ones you've been putting off, the phone calls you know you have to make. I focus on those, and I usually find I have a productive one. I hope that works for you. Today's Way Better Idea is brought to you by the guys at Xbrain. If you want to check out their grass-fed, free-range protein powder, you can go to xbrain.co.uk or click on the link below and get 15% off. Use the code LondonReal. Peace. You know, it shows you that first deal in the movie, and Rhys Ifans portrayed you, and he's, you know, we all know he's a badass actor, right. And it was fantastic watching him being you. But I think you drove a car from Germany or Switzerland loaded with hash,
yes,
all the way to the UK, and it was funny. People forget, the kids these days forget that there used to be all these individual borders.
That's right. That's right. Yeah.
So you have a potential adrenaline rush, frightening moment every country you go through.
That's right. The rewards are much greater in those days.
And then you have to take the boat across, and then you have to go through UK customs as well. Right?
Yes.
How was that? How did that feel? Because in the movie you looked very cool doing it, but how was it? I mean, was it?
Well, it was wonderfully exciting, and of course scary. You know, I mean, there comes about, God, you know, what's going to happen? Anything can happen. I might never go home again. I might be gone for sort of 20 years or anything. And all that fear comes in, and then you almost submit to it. You know, okay, well, I'm going for it, you know.
If it happens, it happens.
Yeah, let's go, you know, just give it all I've got. And then when, you know, you cross that border, I mean, I've said several times, you know, it's like a sort of religious flash or non-sexual orgasm or something. I mean, it's just a wonderful feeling when you get through. It's I've never had it from anything else, ever.
It's almost like gambling. It's like you're gambling with your life.
Yeah.
Well, that is what it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I can imagine
that. Yes, it is.
The relief, what comes from, not only is your life okay, but you've got X amount in the back of the car.
Yeah, you got a big bunch of money.
Yeah, you've got lots of money as well. To go, yeah.
And then you do it again at the next border, and the next. You must have been exhausted by the time you got home.
Yes. No, I mean, the sort of final border is, of course, you know, the crowning border.
So how many times did you pass different borders? I was just thinking of
one border. One run could have up to 3 or 4.
Oh,
borders,
Jesus! You know, I'd be able to maybe do one, but when it comes to the third, I'd be like.
And not only do you have to roll through, but you have to also be composed. Is there any way that you used to talk to yourself, or would you try to become someone else in order to be cool with the customs officials?
There was no sort of like script in my mind or anything like that. I mean, just the obvious things. You mustn't look nervous. You've got to look relaxed, you know. Plus, you can look nervous sometimes. I mean, it's odd. I mean, in the 60s, sometimes the best disguise would be a squalid hippie who's obviously a smoker and not very rich. You know.
Okay, so they'd let him through.
Yeah.
Because he might have a small possession, but he's not smuggling.
Yeah. So I mean, it would change. You know, I'd want to sort of like not conform to the profile they had of what a smuggler is, but that would vary both from their side and my interpretation of it.
Okay. The more you think about it, I would imagine the worse it gets.
Yeah, because you know what it's like when you start thinking of double bluffs, treble bluffs.
Yeah.
Again, though, the similarity with gambling, isn't it?
No, massively. Yeah.
James has some experience with gambling.
Sorry, I got lost. I got lost there for a second.
London Real presents Adam Scorgi, the producer of The Union, the business of getting high.
Stop. Watch The Union, then we'll have a rational discussion. But don't argue with me until you've learned some facts.
Marijuana is just a weed, and marijuana is worth more ounce for ounce than gold.
You're the pot guys, right? We did a pot film, right, that was thought-provoking and entertaining, but that doesn't make us pot guys.
Now he brings you the culture high.
Things don't add up, they don't work. We can't just keep banging our head against a brick wall and expecting it to change. We have to start looking at alternative models. What those are, who knows?
The Culture High is the documentary that will tear into the very fiber of the longest fought war of our time.
This Sunday, London Real presents Adam Scorgi, The Culture High.
The only thing that really seems to make sense is that none of this makes any sense.